started with today's story time by singing our welcome song. So the signs you'll need to know for this song are more, together, and our last sign is friends. Ready? The more we read together, 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 the more we read together, the happier we'll be. 'Cause your friends are my friends, and my friends are your friends. The more we read together, the happier we'll be. Great job, everybody. So for today's story time, we are going to talk about getting dressed up. We're going to start off our story time by dressing up our little scarecrow friend here and learning some of the signs for the clothes that we're going to be putting on him. So let's get started. So the first thing our scarecrow is going to be wearing is a shirt. I'm going to put the shirt right on him here. Now the sign for shirt is taking your index finger, so your pointer finger, and your thumb, and using them to pinch your shirt together and lift it up off your body. So we're going to say shirt. Can you try it with me? Ready? Shirt. Great job. All right, so what do we think we should put on our scarecrow next? You might be guessing pants, but since he's a scarecrow, we're going to put on some overalls. Let's get those on him right there. Have you ever worn overalls before? The sign for overalls is, again, using your pointer finger and your thumb, but this time you're going to draw the straps of the overalls on your shirt. Ready? Great job. All right, we've got two more things to put on our scarecrow today. Next is some boots. And our scarecrow has some mismatching boots. Put those right on their feet. Now, the sign for shoes is making two fists and tapping them together. We're going to tap them together 2 times. Ready? Let's do that one more time. Great job. All right, our last item that we're putting on our scarecrow is a hat. So they'll have a hat right up here. And the sign for hat, maybe you can guess, you're taking your hand, you're keeping it flat, and you're just tapping your head like you're putting on a hat. Can you sign that with me? So today our scarecrow has on a hat, a shirt, overalls, and shoes. Looks pretty good. Now, if you have one of our preschool storytime kits at home, there will be supplies to make some of your own clothes. And as you're making your clothes, I would love it if you can practice the signs we learned along with it. And maybe if you make some clothes that we didn't learn the sign for, you can look those up at home. All right, let's get started with our dressing up story for today. All right, for today's story, we will be reading the book, Is That You, Eleanor Sue? By Trisha Tusa. This is a story that's all about how fun it can be to dress up and pretend to be different people or different characters. Today is Saturday, Eleanor Sue's favorite day to do her favorite thing, play dress up. So she climbs out her bedroom window, tiptoes over to the front door, and rings the doorbell. Ding dong! Her mother answers the door. Well, hello. Can I help you? Eleanor Sue clears her throat. Yes, I am Mrs. McMuffins, your new neighbor. I thought I would come by to introduce myself and to give you this gift. Eleanor Sue hands her mother the garden gnome plucked from the dandelion patch on the way to the front door. Oh my, says her mother. She invites the new neighbor in for tea. Her mother asks how she likes the neighborhood. Eleanor Sue responds with a sniff. Well, it's okay. The sun shines right into my window, so I must wear sunglasses while I nap, and the birds sing so loudly down the chimney that I wear cotton in my ears, and I skinned my knee getting out of the bathtub, and my eyebrows hurt. Her mother nodded as she listened. I see, she said. When Mrs. McMuffins left, she called out, "And by the way, my cat ran away. If you see her, let me know." "I certainly will," her mother answered. "Thank you for stopping by and for the gift. I hope your eyebrows feel better soon." 20 minutes later, the doorbell rang. "Hello," Eleanor Sue's mother said with surprise. The witch said, "Hello, I was flying around up there and got caught in the wind and bumped right into your doorbell." "My goodness. Please come in. May I fix you some lunch? I have never met a witch before." "Well," the witch confided, "I used to be a little girl. I read a book of spells and learned how to make a recipe of old leaves, raindrops, turnips, and twigs. I drank it down and turned into a witch. Now I fly around the neighborhood on a broom and wait for Halloween to return." "Fascinating," Eleanor Sue's mother said. All right, we're going to skip ahead a few pages here. So our next visitor is... The doorbell rang, and there stood a big, huge, humongous, gigantic, snarling, fang-dripping, sharp-clawed, bristly-furred, wet-nosed, crazy-eyed bear. Eleanor Sue's mother screamed and closed that door as quickly as she could. She watched from the window as the bear climbed up high into a tree, out of sight. When that doorbell rang again, Eleanor Sue's mother was greeted by a small delivery person. "Sign right here, ma'am. Daisies and begonias, flowers that looked a lot like the ones growing on the outside of the house were handed over." "How lovely! For me?" she asked. "And who could these be from?" "Grandma," answered the delivery man. "This morning I delivered donuts to the Queen on a small island far away across the sea. After that, a box of blue marbles to a centaur who lives deep in the forest under a large pile of leaves. I wore my shoes right through, ma'am. I traveled that far." Eleanor Sue's mother prepared a foot bath of warm water, soap, and lotion. "It's time for me to make my next delivery of chocolate-covered acorns to some squirrels near the equator. Goodbye." It was not but 10 minutes later that the doorbell rang again. "Well, hello, little kitty. Aren't you adorable? Why, you must be the new neighbor Mrs. McMuffin's missing cat." "Meow." "My daughter Eleanor Sue loves kitty cats." "Stay right there. I'll go get her." She headed down the hallway. Meanwhile, Eleanor Sue ran as fast as she could around the house and back through her bedroom window. Her mother knocked on Eleanor Sue's bedroom door. "Hey there, Pumpkin Pie. There's someone at the door you need to meet. The cutest cat." "Not right now, Mama. I'm very busy." "Oh, okay. He looks hungry. I'll fix him a bowl of milk, and Grandma should be here soon." Eleanor Sue climbed back out that window, running as fast as she could, alongside the house and around the corner. Tripping over a rock, she fell flat on her face into a mud puddle. She got up again just in time for that big bowl of warm milk. "There you go. Drink up and hurry home so that Mrs. McMuffins won't worry about you." Eleanor Sue's mother closed the door. Meanwhile, back in her room, Eleanor Sue pulled together the next outfit. The doorbell rang, it rang again, and once more. "Mama, you going to answer the door?" "Yoo-hoo, Mama." "Who? Grandma? Oh!" "Mama?" Eleanor Sue cried out. "Grandma?" asked Eleanor Sue's mother. They're both dressed up the same. "Mama, you're not Grandma. Grandma is Grandma. You are Mama." "Grandma, what are you doing here so early?" Eleanor Sue's mother asked with a sly smile. "No, Mama." Before anything else could be said, the doorbell rang. Who do you think it's going to be? I have a guess. There stood Grandma carrying a box of homemade cookies. "How about that?" laughed Grandma. "It looks as though I'm already here." Eleanor Sue wrapped her arms around her. While Grandma admired her daughter's new look, Eleanor Sue offered to get the lemonade. A few minutes later, the doorbell rang. Who do you think it will be this time? It's me, Eleanor Sue. So Eleanor Sue did all sorts of different costumes. She was Mrs. McMuffins, she was a bear, she was a cat, she was a delivery man, and then her last costume was dressing up as her grandma. All right, that's all for today's story. Let's go on to our rhymes. All right, everybody, I wanted to wrap up our story time with a few rhymes that we can learn all about getting dressed, and both of these rhymes have to do with shoes. So for our first one, it might be one that you already know. We're going to do it 2 times, and this one's called 1, 2, buckle my shoe. So if you can count with me at home, even if you don't know the rest of the words, that would be great. So we're going to start 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, begin again. All right, let's do that one more time. Ready? 1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, shut the door. 5, 6, pick up sticks. 7, 8, lay them straight. 9, 10, begin again. That's a really simple rhyme to do when you're waiting for something, when you just want to do some fun actions. It's really fun if you have some sticks at your house to actually pick up the sticks and lay them straight as you're doing the rhyme. All right, now the last one, I'm actually going to take my shoe off for so you can see it. Are you ready? So this one goes, old shoe, new shoe. I am wearing a black shoe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I stomp them on the floor. All right, so you can do that rhyme yourself with the shoes you're wearing, or you can do it for somebody else. So let's say I had a friend who was wearing a blue shoe. I would go, old shoe, new shoe. You are wearing a blue shoe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now you stomp them on the floor, and you can stomp together. All right, hopefully you enjoyed those rhymes and our story time today. That's all for this week. We'll see you next week. Bye.